My shape has changed drastically in the last 6 months. So what used to make me feel good doesn't anymore. Where do I start to make me feel like I'm making the best of myself? And this is really hard because often, medications can make people gain weight suddenly, and this can be really, really difficult because it can change our body shape to a certain extent. And we may have figured out how to dress the body we've had, for the rest of our lives, and suddenly we've got a new body. And it's like, where do I even start? So number one is figuring out what the shape your body is today, and then knowing what is that silhouette that works for you. So I've talked about this before. There are 3 main silhouettes. There's the column silhouette, there's the waisted column silhouette, and then there's the fit and flare silhouette. So knowing which of these is yours is really important, because that actually cuts out a lot of kind of the fluff around it. Now, there's still nuance for each of the body shapes within those silhouettes, but at least just knowing, am I a column, am I a waisted column, or am I a fit and flare? So if you say you used to have a waist and you used to be a fit and flare, but suddenly you've lost that waist, and this can also happen during menopause. It's really not unusual. We lose our waists. And so you've had a lifetime of wearing that fit and flare silhouette, and suddenly you are, a column silhouette now. And so you have to rethink the styles of clothes. So your existing wardrobe is not working really well for you. And so therefore, I always think about, there's nothing wrong with you. Please don't blame yourself, Sal. This is, it's not a failing on you. It's not, and there's nothing wrong with any of the silhouettes is a great silhouette. Each of them is beautiful in its own way. And so therefore, it's relearning how to dress the body you have. So it's thinking, okay, so I've gone from, say, the fit and flare where I used to have belts and things that tied at the waist and tucked in and all these sorts of things. Now, how do I do it with my new body? So it's like saying, okay, so what I want is an overall straighter shape. So therefore, I don't want to be having the decoration or detail at the waist. I don't want to be having horizontal lines at my waist. So when I look at a garment, before I go into the change room, I'm always looking at where are the vertical lines, where are the horizontal lines, where is the detail? And that's what you really need to know for your body. Those are the 3 key things. So if you think about, where are the horizontal lines? Does it have a widening lapel? So if you've got really wide shoulders, you may not want that. But if you've got narrower shoulders, that may be great. If you have, say, lost your waist, anything horizontal, so a kind of a band at the bottom of a top, or something that's going to create a horizontal that's really going to be obvious, they might not be so great anymore. So therefore, if anything's got horizontal detail around the waist, like I'm not taking that into the change room, it's an easy decision. So knowing those things, and then verticals. So verticals elongate. So where do I want to make look slimmer? I'll be looking for some vertical detail in the clothing, ideally, if I can find that. Now, there's fewer vertical details in clothes than there are horizontals. So it's something also to be aware of. So that's why sometimes when we can find something that's got a whole lot of vertical details, it's like, oh, this is going to be a great garment. So once we've kind of started to get a handle on that silhouette, that's when we also want to think about personality and all those other things, but it's go out, try things on with the new silhouette. So I've got a free body shape calculator quiz you can do to figure out the silhouette you have today. And I would start there. That would be my starting point, is figure out what is the shape you are and what is your overall silhouette, and then start there. Then it's experimenting and it's getting into the nuance, because where to put the detail, that's what also body shape tells us. Where to go horizontals, where to put 2 verticals, and where to put detail. So I was thinking about, for everybody, detail up in the portrait is the easiest thing to think about. This is why I love a piece of jewelry, because it's in my portrait area, and what it does is draws attention up to my face. And then thinking about, so where do I put the detail? Where I want people to look. Where do I keep plain, boring, and free of detail? Anywhere I don't want people to look. So if that's my waist, no detail near the waist. So if I'm looking at a garment and it's got a whole lot of pattern or a border print or something fun around the waist, not for me. Don't take it into the change room. So really thinking about where is the detail. Pockets also are a detail. Be very wary of pockets on garments. So many garments are ruined by bad pockets, and so many jeans are ruined by bad distressing around the crotch. Because most of us don't want a crotch to be the center of attention. So it's thinking about, where is the detail? Verticals, horizontals. Start just looking at those things and what's your overall silhouette, and you'll actually be well on the way to figuring out what's working for you now. And so this is where, when you can figure out one outfit that works and then sit down and go, why do I like this outfit? It can then help you kind of replicate it without creating a clone wardrobe. It's understanding what are the elements of design, and fabric is really important here too, because different fabrics fall in different ways. And so therefore we want to think about, how is that fabric falling? Is it skimming or is it clinging? You know, because this is why I love silk. It skims, it doesn't cling, but it's got beautiful drape, so it's falling closer to my body rather than being stiff and standing out from my body. So we want to think about all those things. I mean, like, I could keep going on forever. There is a lot more to it, but I would say they are the best places to start. And that is where you'll start to get a bit more confidence again to dressing the body you have today, creating harmony with it, rather than, you know, feeling just bad about it all the time. I think once we've started to get those things, we can stop feeling so bad. And I know, like, there's so many different things in life that can change our bodies. And just life changes our bodies, but learning to kind of appreciate it and create the harmony with it means that you can feel better about that. So yeah, start with my free body shape calculator quiz. And of course, if you want to really dive deep, that's what my 7 Steps to Style program is all about. And I do, you know, professional assessments in that program, color, style, you know, all sorts of different things. It really dives deep, but start just with that body shape. And once you figure that out, you can then start building from there. So thank you so much for watching, and thanks for your questions. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.